quick update on what's going on. It's been a while, something like that.
Can that actually be the intro? So we've had a big ass break, right? It's been over 6 months since Blade Kisser.
We definitely owe the community like a big thank you. Overwhelmingly positive. No, it's not.
No, it can't be. Our game overwhelmingly? Oh shit, hell yeah.
Oh, it is?
It is, dude.
Hi there, I'm Wilson. I'm the lead developer of Trepang 2, and I'm the CEO and founder of Trepang Studios. So we've been quiet for some time, and I just want to give a quick update. First, to give you a bit of context, let me start with a bit of history. So back in 2019, the four of us quit our jobs so we could work full-time on an FPS game. We didn't have a lot of money or experience, and we didn't really know what we were doing. I remember going to a lawyer and asking them for the cheapest package to set up a company, and even the logo for the company, I made that myself in Photoshop. Fast forward to 2023, and we managed to launch the game after a lot of long days and a lot of hard work on PC, Xbox Series, and PS5. And we were super happy with it. Turns out a lot of other people were happy with it too. We didn't plan our budget for any post-launch, but because of the game's positive reception and all the passion from all the fans, we improvised and figured out ways to add more content to the game. So we made two DLCs, first the Halloween DLC and then the Blade Kisser DLC. We made several patches with a lot of free content, including weapon skins, player skins, combat sim customization, build-a-merc, and a bunch of combat sim maps too. Thanks so much for your support the whole time we're making all this crazy stuff. So now we're pretty happy with the state of the game. It's been absolutely crazy the last 5 years. For me personally, it's been almost 8 years. 4 people making a big game on so many platforms is pretty intense. And we did a lot of post-launch content in a relatively short amount of time. Now we feel it's time to move on, so we are officially done with post-launch content for Trepang 2. So that makes Blade Kisser the last DLC for Trepang 2. There will be no more patches or DLC for Trepang 2. So you might be wondering why. Like, would we even be open to the possibility of like a small content update in the future for Trepang 2? And that's something I'd actually really be interested in. On our end, it wouldn't be a crazy amount of work to make small bug fixes or skins or something of that scale. But sadly, it's just not feasible at the moment. We launched Trepang 2 on as many platforms as possible. I wanted as many people to be able to play the game as possible. I wanted the game to be able to reach a lot of people. So we launched on PS5, Xbox Series, Steam, GOG Galaxy, Epic Games, Amazon Luna, and GeForce Now. And there might actually be a couple others that I missed there. So this was a pretty huge undertaking. Each store has their own way of doing things like achievements, DLCs, patches, DRM. So we needed help from other companies because it just wasn't feasible for 4 people to port the game to so many platforms. Unfortunately, we didn't really think of this at the time, but we realized this means that even if we want to make the tiniest patch, like just a single weapon skin, this is going to require other companies to port that patch to all the other stores. And unfortunately, right now, those companies are busy with other games. So that's why it's no longer possible for us to update Trepang 2 at all, even though we want to. And ultimately, there's nobody to blame but myself and my lack of foresight when I made this decision. This was definitely a learning experience, and next game I keep it focused to a smaller number of stores, so we can have more control over the updates. So what are we going to do next? We're not retiring, we're still going to be working on video games, that's for sure, and it's absolutely thanks to the success of Trepang 2 that we're able to continue our careers as indie game developers. For me, this was my first commercial video game. If Trepang 2 didn't work out, I'd be looking for a job right now. So we are super grateful, thanks so much for playing the game. We're not totally done with the Trepang universe though. We'd love to come back and let players find out what happens to 106 and his friends. Trepang 3 is not under development right now. Our lives have been non-stop Trepang for half a decade basically. We will come back to it when the time is right. At the moment, we're still figuring out exactly what each of us are going to do next. There are a few projects we're doing some R&D on, but nothing official enough to announce. So if you want to stay updated, follow us on social media. So hit that subscribe button right there on YouTube. Or look for the links in the description below for Twitter, Reddit, Steam, and Discord. We'll post some updates when we can, and we'll announce the next game when it's ready. Thanks again for your support all these years. We appreciate everything the fans have done. The the art, the videos, hanging out in the comments section here, on Discord, even just playing Trepang 2. It's always fun and inspiring to see all the passion for this game worked on. Until next time, see you around. I guess back in 2017, I entered a game jam to make a clone of Super Hot.